Hey, what's going on, guys? ETP coming at you guys with another video today, and what I'm going to be doing is giving you guys an update on both my 2015 and 2016 draft classes, because I just updated the files and they got some extremely drastic changes leading up to the 2015 draft, and I also did some of those changes to the 2016 draft class as well, and I just wanted to let you guys know about those. Make sure to leave a like on the video though if you want to see more of these draft class update videos, because normally I don't make a video when I update the class. I update it so frequently, and sometimes I'll write a blog post if it's more substantial, but I never really make a video too much. But if I do see a lot of likes on the videos and a lot of comments saying you actually like to see these and see me go over it and talk about it, definitely let me know in the comment section and leave a like, and I will take that into consideration and probably end up making more update videos if I know you guys do like to see them. So we have a lot to talk about. We'll go ahead and jump right into this with the 2015 class. I'm going to try to just kind of keep this compact and talk about it, not elaborate on everything too much, because I know that this will be like a 15-minute video then. But basically, the main thing that I did to both classes in this newest update is I completely re-rated every single player in both classes to reflect their current draft stock, as well as to line up with the newest 2K rosters, because if you guys didn't know, a while back 2K updated their rosters to where everybody got their 3-point and mid-range ratings dropped down by 8 points to match up with the newest patch, because the patch made the shooting percentages too high, so they needed to rebalance it, and I went ahead and changed the stats on every single player to balance with that as well, and that'll also be reflected in my 2015-2016 off-season roster that I'll be coming out with on draft night, and I'll have more on that in the coming month. But that'll use the newest 2K updates, so all the attributes will be balanced out. You won't have, the newest 2K roster with the low ratings and then my draft class having the high ratings to just mess up your whole My League and all that stuff. So I went ahead and re-rated everybody that way. I also re-rated everybody to reflect their current draft stock. So, some guys that I had at like a 71 or a 70, maybe they're not, thought of that highly anymore, and they're maybe like a late second round pick or something. I went ahead and dropped them down into the 60s, down to like 67, and overall, universally the ratings are going to be lower as well when I drop the mid-range and 3-point ratings to line up with the newest 2K roster, so everything will be lower, so you'll see a lot more lower rated guys. I also went in with the potential, and I think I made the potential a lot more realistic. A lot of the second round guys down here that you'll see at like 67 overall, like Tyler Harvey and Aaron Harrison and Olivia Hanlon, I made their potentials around like 73, maybe 74 in some cases, so they can get themselves up if you train them in my GM and you try to develop them. They can get up to where they would be, role players in the NBA, but they won't really progress too much higher than that, most likely. I mean, maybe, I'm not 100% sure how it works. There's a chance maybe they could get up to high 70s, depending on the sliders, I guess, in my GM or my league. But that's doubtful. They'll basically top out as role players, which I think is going to be a lot more realistic. I went ahead and did that for the 2016 class as well. Another big time drastic thing that I did was I changed everybody's heights and weights to match up with what they measured at the combine. I also changed wingspans as well to match up what they measured at the combine, and in some cases I also changed vertical jumps. So if a guy, like Justin Anderson for example, he had a 43-inch vert at the combine, so I had to up his vertical, and then some other guys that maybe they had a really high vert, they didn't measure quite as well, so I knocked theirs down a little bit. So I basically just updated all of that, heights, weights, wingspans, all that stuff. Ages are a little bit difficult because they the way that 2K does it, it's kind of a bad system, so because everybody kind of ages at different times according to their actual birthday that you type in, but that's a little bit different from the actual guys in the game, so everything's kind of messed up on that front, so the ages are kind of staying the same as of right now. And then once I come out with my roster on draft day, ages will all be updated to what those guys actually are on draft day. So I'll go into that later on, but that's another big update. And then the inappropriate name glitch was something that I actually found a workaround for, so maybe I'll post a video on that. But if you guys didn't know, right now I have Chris McCullough's name spelled correctly, but before the workaround I had to spell it differently. So you know, it said that it was inappropriate. So I'll go ahead, see it said it right there. So I'll just change it to that, and then I'll try to change it back to how his name is actually spelled, just like that. That's how his name is spelled, and now it says it's inappropriate and I can't use it. But I did find that workaround, and now all guys that ran into that issue, they will have their names spelled correctly. Dwayne Bacon, Iliman Diop, Chris McCullough, all those guys now have correctly spelled names. The only guy that does not have his name spelled correctly in my entire draft class is Rondé Hollis Jefferson, because his name doesn't actually fit. If you type in Jefferson, or if you type in Hollis-Jefferson on his jersey, then it'll just show up as Hollis-Jefferso. It won't put the N at the end. So I decided to just take out one of those F's just to make it look better. It looks better than Jefferso, but it's still not perfect, obviously. But that's something that can't really be fixed at all. But that's it for the updates in this draft class. I don't think there's anything else. I hope I didn't really forget anything. Oh, I did forget something. I just thought, I knew I was going to forget something. But I changed positions for guys. Like D'Angelo Russell, I changed him from a shooting guard to a point guard, because that's where everybody's listing him at now. I also changed Jaren Grant to a point guard, because that's where everybody's listing him now. Same with like Brandon Dawson down here. I had him as a small forward and a power forward as a secondary, but that's kind of swapped around now because he's more of a power forward with the potential to be a small forward at some point if he gets a jump shot. But that's basically what I did as well. So the only thing I need to do with this is I need to get myself a new Jahlil Okafor. I need to just completely recreate him, because this just looks horrible. I don't even know what happened. I was trying to edit him a while ago to make him look better, and now it just looks horrendous, and I definitely need to do a new face for him. But Justice Winslow is another guy that I just updated. I think this one looks better than the last one. It's not drastically different, but I actually think that that one looks pretty realistic. So we'll go ahead and just jump right over to the 2016 class real quick. I basically did the same things there. I don't think the 2016 draft class in real life is going to be as strong as 2015, so I did make sure to reflect that. You don't have quite as many highly rated guys. Skal Labissiere is a 77, and he's the top guy. Jaylen Brown and Ben Simmons are both 76s. They're you know, the number 2 and 3, and those could honestly swap. Like, those are the kind of the consensus top 3 guys at this point in time, but we're still very, very far out. So the 2016 class, you know, how realistic can you really get it, since we haven't seen any of these guys hardly at the top play in college? So basically just did the same thing with them, adjusted their overalls to reflect their draft position as of right now, knocked down their 3-point and mid-range ratings to line up with 2K's roster. You know, I did update some heights and weights for guys. I don't know if I did any of the heights and weights for guys in this class, just because they didn't get new measurements from the combine, obviously, because they weren't at the combine. But I believe this class now has a little over 50 guys in it, so I still don't have a full class, but sometime after the real NBA draft, I'll start working on this more, adding some more guys in, and it will have over 60 guys by the time 2K16 comes out. So that brings me to the end of this video. I hope you guys did enjoy it. Definitely let me know again if you guys want to see more of these update videos. Make sure to drop a like. I really do appreciate it, and that lets me know that you guys want to see more. And yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I will talk to you guys later.